It's showtime, folks. Enjoy the show.
Hi, everybody. It's the Saturday Matinee. I'm Pete, and I'm here podcasting with my friends Kyle and Tom. Hi, guys.
Hi, Pete. I like this character.
I like this guy.
Yeah, it's a new character of joy that I bring to you, sunshine and joy.
He's enthusiastic.
Because
he's fun.
it's election week, so I've chosen to be happy instead. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, that's right.
We're going to talk about some movies, and we're going to play some games and some trailers, and we might even talk about a book too. This could be a real smarty pants show. I'm very excited to talk about it. Before we dig in, what are you watching? Let's do our watch list, please. The hot list, Kyle.
I am still in awe of Andor. Man,
Yes, you are.
like I tell you, like people are complaining that's the least Star Wars show that there's been. I was like, yeah, but it's awesome. Like
It's awesome.
This is what I've been wanting, even from all the Marvel shows. They like just slow down and tell a story. Like don't just race through and cameos and explode. Like just like this is you have a television show. You can take your time. It's okay. Like we know that we're going to be here for like 6 hours. You don't have to just like blast everything out. I tell you, it's
everything we've always wanted, Kyle. Therefore, we'll never get it again.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure it'll dive to the bottom of the ratings and stuff too. But like I am enjoying every bit of it. It's like divided into sort of two pieces. Like the front half is the heist, and the back half is the incarceration, which. Yeah, the two are not even connected. So, but they had sort of two fascinating sort of story arcs, and it was great. And I know you haven't seen the last episode, but like the season finale is fantastic, and it doesn't culminate in giant explosions and huge cameo stuff too. It's basically two conversations between like four people essentially. This character, these two, and these two, and it is everything. Wow. I am like so excited. It actually reminded me of a show that I had not thought about in a long, long time, which is Spartacus Blood and Sand.
Oh no.
I really loved that show. I think it was highly underrated, especially for what they did with no money. Right. Like the amount of storytelling they did in that thing. It actually reminded me of that because the season finale, I think the season 1 finale of that is one of the best season finales of all time. And I would put the Andor one in the same way for almost the same kind of reason. Like there's the same sort of like, you think it's going one way and all of a sudden it swerves on you and do it. So without spoiling any more for it, that like, I really had that same sort of like, oh, like standing up and cheering sort of moment of like when it all sort of comes together.
Do you still stand? This was I think the last time we were on the show together, our contention was that this is the first Star Wars show that Tom should actually watch.
I would agree.
That right. Do you stand by that, having seen the finale?
Absolutely, because there's so little Star Wars you need.
Okay.
I mean, like there's barely a person in a mask. Like there's no, it's a lot of politics and intrigue and motivation. Like why are people doing the things they do as opposed to just them doing it? It's I would say almost the polar opposite of Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is basically just pure fan service. This is almost like designed for like the less you know about Star Wars, the more I think you'd actually get out of it.
Oh, it's right up my alley.
Which sounds like an indictment, but I think for Tommy,
it totally does. I think one of the things that I like about it, and I'm sure I might be an island, but what I like about it so much is the way it's shot, particularly with the Empire, right? We're going into like office complexes and getting close-ups of people in the Empire wearing their uniforms. And one of the things I keep thinking is, sometimes you see them at a distance and they have these like pens in these little pockets on their lapels and their close-ups are so human and normal in this show. They're not like imperial. They're like close-ups of people who are working and having kind of a hard day. Yeah. And I keep thinking, God, your little pen's not straight. That's cool. Your little outfit. Your little true. Like you need to take a lint brush to your outfit. That's awesome.
I know it's and actually a lot of that incorporates into the storytelling, which I mean they have a whole conversation where the guy talks about how he changed his look to, I mean, like they have a whole conversation about like, why did you change your collar? He's like, oh, I wanted to look more formal. Like it's part of the plot. It's not just like, the character, we just dress them however and we send them out. Like, no, it's actually integrated into the story.
Yeah. Yeah. It's aces. It's aces.
Yeah,
I'm
and
so glad
even
it exists.
I even saw a little somebody made a video of a like saying, hey, if this scene sort of like bothers you for some reason, here's why. And they broke it down, and they talked about how it was intentionally shot in an unsettling way. They broke the 180 rule. They like they changed the rule of thirds, but they said specifically to make it so you didn't know quite what was going on, and here's how they did it.
wow.
And I was like, oh wow, they really they really spent a lot of time thinking about this, as opposed to just like, I don't know, put them in the volume, put a big space thing, and shoot them.
Yeah. Yeah. It works.
Yeah.
Almost all the way. I'm only on the penultimate episode,
Okay.
but I'm very, very excited to watch it. I think it just plain works.
Yeah.
What
What about you, Tommy?
What
What
are
you
watching?
watching?
Anything exciting?
Have you both seen Barbarian by now?
No.
What?
No,
What?
No, I know. It's so high on my list of things. It's actually on my list this weekend. I'm watching it this weekend.
If you
I don't
are
even know
a
what to do
fan
about
of
that.
horror, it is definitely worth checking out. It's on HBO now. I saw it in the theater, and then I've seen it again on HBO. It's just really fun and weird and insane, and you think you know what's coming, you do not. And the reason, if you look at interviews with the director, Zach Kreger from, did you guys ever watch the sketch group, The Whitest Kids You Know?
Mhm.
He's from that. That's where he comes from.
Okay.
He's
No
one of
kidding.
them,
Okay.
and everyone passed. It's one of those stories every single studio passed on this before it got made. And he tells the story of why, and you're like, I totally get it. I get it why every studio would be like, no, we don't want to follow this character for half an hour, and you can't do that, and people will leave and all this stuff. And it's the reason that the film works. I think this would be an interesting read, because if I was back in like my coverage days, I'd be like, clearly a first timer, and this isn't going to work. And it's really cool and fun. And they filmed it. It takes place in Detroit, but they filmed it in Bulgaria. And apparently he says they did not have to do a lot to make it look like Detroit.
Detroit?
Yeah.
This
Give me a
is
sense-
Justin Long, right?
He is in it. Yes.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So how would you compare it to, Tusk?
Much better.
Better?
But it's also
Slightly better?
Yeah, I mean, it's much better. Yes. But it's also it's tough to tell where it's going. You really you really get your hands around it. And then it takes a sharp turn. And then it takes another sharp turn. And it's really interesting.
That's the thing that the trailer, I think, taught. It was a trailer pick. I can't remember if it was me or you.
picked it and
We've
said,
talked
"This is
about it
up
as a
your alley."
trailer.
You sent me the trailer.
Yeah, it's totally up my alley because of those sharp turns. Like the trailer I found really, really provocative, but I haven't found anybody who would go see it with me in the theater. And so I have a weekend where the people I'm going to be with have told me that I'm allowed to pick the movies that we watch together. And this is on it, along with Don't Worry, Darling, and Smile.
Wow.
And so they're going to have a
What a
great
trifecta.
weekend. And when I say they are going to have a great weekend, I mean, I'm going to have a great
Wait,
weekend.
is Smile streaming?
And I can't wait for it. I thought it was available for purchase
for purchase rent.
rent.
Got
Purchase
it. Okay.
advance
Got it.
purchase. So it is. I'm very excited about it because I've been looking forward to all three of those and I haven't seen them at all. And I'm going to try and put all of the creepy stuff about Don't Worry, Darling out of my head and just enjoy the movie. So that's where I am.
Great choices.
Can I talk? Can I talk about the Peripheral?
I wish you would.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm just a general fan. Where do you guys stand on William Gibson?
Neuromancer.
Author.
Yeah, actually, I
author.
think
Yeah.
Pattern Recognition is one of my favorite books of all time.
Yes. He has written now, I think 13 total books, and I'm actually looking for all of his books.
Is he
Where
still
is
with us?
the-
I guess I just assumed he was
He
passed
is.
on for some
He
reason.
is.
I think I
Great
mixed-
Dismal.
Yeah,
online.
I
in
think I
fact-
mix him up with Philip K. Dick a lot.
Yes.
who is not
No.
with us anymore.
Or is he?
Yeah, Android sheep.
Neuromancer. Yeah, no, that's a good question.
I've
So
been
Neuromancer
Philip K.
and
Dick the whole time.
Neuromancer and Snow Crash and those movies where William Gibson invented the internet and the metaverse and all
Johnny
of that stuff.
Mnemonic,
He's
baby.
amazing. Johnny Mnemonic is fantastic. And he has and I would even watch that movie. I'm not kidding. I've watched that movie a number of times. I love it. Plug me in. Plug me into my head. Upgrade my RAM. Take out my brain. That's fine. I'm a big fan of all of that. He has a new series after that. He hasn't written anything in this like hard science fiction space in a long time, and it is the Jackpot series, the Jackpot books. The first one, The Peripheral, was released in 2014, and I absolutely love it. The second one is in the same universe. It is called Agency. It was released in 2020, and I love that too. It leans in on some things we've talked about on the Anxiety Show, Tom. It's all about like influenced by Trump's election and Cambridge Analytica and all kinds of things. And the third one is currently called Jackpot, and it is I don't know if it's when it's going to be released at all. It's just kind of a working title, and who knows when it's going to come out, but hopefully soon, because they're about, I don't know, what was it, 2014, 2020, but it was delayed, so maybe 2023 we should get another book, and that'll complete the Jackpot series. I can't wait, because The Peripheral has now been adapted into a series on Amazon. And it's currently running, and it is delightful. And I feel like before I gush over it, Tom saw that we were talking about this today, and he actually went and watched an episode.
I did that.
And he did homework. Tom, as a guy who doesn't usually jam in kind of hard sci-fi, what do you think?
Because I was about to start something, and it was between Midnight Club, The Peripheral, Midnight Mass, Future Man, and The Devil's Hour. Those are all streaming things that I'm interested in. But then when you picked The Peripheral, that helped me narrow it down. And I was like, no. But then I saw that Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy were behind it, or the makers of Westworld, among other things.
Yeah,
and
the recently unemployed creators of Westworld.
And I really like their style and their everything. And then I saw their Chloe Moretz. I don't know anyone's name. What is it?
Girl.
Yeah.
Giorgio Chloe Moretz.
Chloe Grace
She's
Moretz.
in it, and she's my girlfriend. And then there's another actor from Midsommar that I like a lot. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to do it and do homework. And I watched it, and I loved it. I thought it was really cool, really slick. It is a very somewhat familiar world, but they make it look unfamiliar. And it gets into, there's robots with no faces, which I cannot abide by, but it is very tricky. And there's a video game element to it and a sim element to it. And it takes place in the future and then the far future. And the nearer future is cool how they've done it. It's very, you can sort of, it's almost like a 20 minutes into the future look. Meaning they haven't gone crazy.
Yeah.
They can go crazy in the other one, but you can see how, that makes sense that would have been leveled up to this amount, but it's still sort of recognizable, which I have to go.
Hey, Tom, are you podcasting?
I have a
minutes?
podcast to do in 10 minutes. Yep. We've talked about this, how I have to set reminders for everything in my entire life.
William Gibson is listening.
Yes. That's my Gibson alarm. Anyway, so I was getting long-winded. That's my long-winded sensor. I really enjoyed it, and I'm 100% going to finish it out. I think it's really cool, slick, well acted, looks great. I'm in.
Okay, I hope that it is as good at the end as it is at the beginning, because I'm really enjoying it. But let me tell you a little bit about pedigree. In addition to obviously source material based on William Gibson, where do you stand on books that have been adapted into films? A Simple Plan and The Ruins
by Scott Smith.
Yeah.
It's Scott Smith. So Scott Smith wrote the first 3 episodes.
He did? I didn't even notice
this, and I absolutely, you can totally feel it.
Wow.
I am an unironic lover of The Ruins. It is a horrific thing. Even when the plants start talking on the Mayan temple, so stupid. I love it so much. So, but they were directed by Vincenzo Natali.
Yeah, that name sounded familiar, but I forgot to look it up.
Cube,
the
baby.
Cube,
one
weirdo.
of my top favorite movies.
Cats.
Cube, Cypher, Nothing, and Splice are all Vincenzo Natali. So those are the first couple of episodes. As we get into episode 3, it's directed by Alric Riley, who I don't know. It just says he's a BAFTA award-winning former child actor. I've got TBA on the final 4 episodes of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're going to do with it, but so far they've set up a great world. I'm really enjoying it. It is one of those that, because it's not on HBO Max or Netflix or Hulu or something, it's kind of easy to get buried. So I wanted to raise a little bit of attention to it because it's worth watching. It's a really fun show.
Man, to start with
there you go, The
Cube
Peripheral.
and then to do this, his palette and scope has exploded. This is an incredibly visual show.
Right?
Yeah, wow.
Right. I mean, the texture, it's just, this is a lot. This show is a lot from one room and some math. That is The Peripheral. Very excited about it. I don't know, Kyle, are you provoked at all?
I am. I had no idea it existed or anything about it. So I'm glad for this PSA because now it's on my radar.
That happens to Prime shows in a weird way.
No, it is. It happens to Prime, I think. For some reason, there's some good stuff on Prime. Let's do trailers. I was not first. Tom was first.
I did it. I was the one.
Pew, pew, pew.
And I broke my streak of picking really unfun trailers for movies that no one's ever going to see. I've done that in the last 5 Satmats, and everyone else has picked like trailers for movies that did want to see. So this one I feel good about. It is not necessarily fun, but this one came out of nowhere for me. I give you 1-800 Hot Night.
Oh, here we go, fellas. All right, it's 1-800 Hot Night. It's ringing. Take it, baby.
You've called 1-800 Hot Night. What took you so long?
You think she's real?
Dude, I bet that's her.
Yeah, she's real. Not realer than Kelly, though.
What's up, Kelly?
What's up with you? You're like stalking us. We were just chilling.
Hey, Tommy.
I think she likes you, bro. Give me my beef. I don't have it.
I want my card back.
What card?
I could have your dad kick you out of here.
No, I can take care of myself.
What's up?
Can I have one?
Tommy, get back up.
What's going on?
You've called 1-800 Hot Night.
I want to ask you for some advice, because I think they're going to take me to a foster family, but I don't want to.
I gotta go.
No. Just wait. Don't hang up, please.
They ain't gonna take you. I won't let him.
And I won't let him either. All right, we're the 57 posse.
So, you want to go back there or what?
I can't.
Kid, breathe, okay?
They took him.
Took who, Tommy?
Make your own decisions, kid. Be a man, that's what men do.
Thank you. What I like about this is two big things. Number one, to use my own phrases from before, I definitely knew where this trailer was going. And then, nope, I did not. It seems to be 4 different movies in one, but in a really cool way. And its protagonists, if I assume they're protagonists, I'm really interested in this age. This age, they're young, but they're not teenagers and they're not conventional looking. And I'm interested in this. Like, what would you call them? Tweens, preteens? What would your guess be?
I guess tween.
Yeah.
I don't really think of it as tweens. I always think of this as like the I guess which is reductive, but the boys on bikes, like that sort of
Sure.
that it's like I would fit this in with like it's a more serious version of like Goonies, Monster Squad, that sort of
Vampires versus the Bronx.
Yeah.
And I like the look of it, and I'm really interested in it. What did you guys think? Did this do anything for you?
Kyle?
Yeah, I had the same reaction as you, where I was like, "Oh boy, what's Tommy gonna give us this time?"
The reputation is cemented.
Weird Icelandic director, sadness. But then I was watching, and I said, I'm like, oh, okay, interesting, like coming of age kind of thing. And then, like, you say in the trailer, they're like, all of a sudden it takes a turn. I was like, oh wow, they're gonna cover a lot of ground. I feel like this is one of those take place in one night kind of thing, and like none of their lives will ever be the same. And it was like, okay, by the end of it I was like, all right, I'm on board. Like I don't know what's going to happen in this movie, but that's what makes me excited about it. And I'm with you on that. I love that same kind of that age thing too, where you're not to the American Pie nonsense, but you're not a kid either. It's like that in between thing.
They're supposed to be at least 13.
Okay,
I just looked up in the thing. So so that's that age. Peter.
Yeah. This I loved it. I thought it looks really great, especially when it turns and it turns into a foster care thing.
On
It
the
turns
run.
into on the run,
Yeah.
abuse kids. I don't know why that is an attractive thing for me, but the drama looks really great. And then even in the trailer, I think the trailer is really well cut because it has a lot of intensity and there's running and jumping over fences and stuff. And then he calls 1-800-HOT-NIGHT again and says, "Okay, I need to ask you some advice.
Yeah.
I think they're going to send me back to foster care." And the sexy voice says, "Well, do you want to go back?" And I'm like, "Oh, this movie is bananas. I can't wait." Like, it's just got a lot going on. Dallas Dupree Young. I think I ended up just searching on Wikipedia for 1-800-HOT-NIGHT, and I think this is coming up as one of the actors in it.
Okay.
1-800 plays Tommy and he was in Cobra Kai. That's how he looks familiar to me.
Okay.
Cobra Kai and the Karate Kid, a sequel to the Karate Kid films, apparently. It was a Nickelodeon kid and ended up in Cobra Kai. And that's how that face was just familiar to me. I was kind of racking my brain. I'm very excited. When do we get to see it?
It is going to release on November 3rd. Whoops.
Oh, it's out now.
It looks like it's out now. I'm just learning this. This just in. It was released on November 3rd.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
It's just been released.
Huh.
Based on your recommendation, they just put it out.
They put it out. They said, "No, Tom likes it. It's ready to roll."
It's in theaters. It is not available to stream yet. So I guess good luck, everyone but me.
Check local
because it's definitely
listings.
playing in my town because I live in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
The rest of y'all enjoy it when it comes out later. All right. Cool.
Awesome. All right, Kyle.
Speaking of weird indie films with people you've never met before, I'm doing a quiet little mystery. It's called Glass Onion: A Knives Out Mystery.
So many colon.
Hello. Oh my God.
Crew, we've arrived. Disruptors have assembled.
Welcome, gang. We got a great weekend.
Who's that?
Benoit Blanc, the detective?
Mr. Bronk, I cannot overstate my gratitude to be here. When's the murder mystery start?
I've invited you all to my island
Hi.
because tonight a murder will be committed. My murder.
Once you're dead, will we still be able to talk to you?
Yeah, I'm not playing dead the whole weekend, dude.
Well, this is truly delightful.
Across the island, I've hidden clues. You will have to closely observe each other. If anyone can name the killer, that person wins our game. Any questions?
Halle Berry, that has a kick.
Oh my God. What happened? Holy
Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a murder, and the killer is in plain sight. For at least one person, this is not a game. I must insist that nobody touch the body.
Jeez, detective, who killed the party?
I need to find a motive for murder.
Everyone would stab a friend in the back to hold on to this rich bastard.
Deal with it. You're all friends. Why would anyone commit murder?
Are we even going to talk about the elephant in the room?
Am I the elephant?
Yeah, you're the elephant.
You're not that bad.
Think of the danger here.
Are you calling me dangerous?
Well, we'll see.
Let it all out.
Hell yeah!
This is reckless. The killer wouldn't hesitate to kill again if it covers their tracks.
You must be really great at clue hunting.
I'm very bad at dumb things. Ticking boxes, running around, searching all the rooms. It's just a terrible, terrible game.
Benoit Blanc is back. So we have a Ryan Johnson spending some of that sweet, sweet Netflix money. We get to see, we finally kind of get an idea of what the story is. Like, we've known this was coming. They had a little teaser, but now here's the story proper. And man, I really like seeing Edward Norton having fun. Like, I know there's a lot of people in there, but like, oh man, like he's suffered in so many movies. Like, it's so nice to see him just like having a good time. And actually, everybody, it seems like, hey, let's go to an island and shoot a movie. This is like the fun mystery version of the Adam Sandler movies of just like, let's pick a location, get a bunch of people together, and go shoot a movie. Great, fun. But knowing it's Rian Johnson, I know this is going to be intricately plotted. I'm sure there are clues even in the trailer that we don't know what they are until we watch the movie. I'm super excited about this. I just love big star-studded ensembles. You don't get to see those much anymore. So this is super fun. What did you guys think of the trailer?
Tom?
I was over the moon excited about this movie, and then they started saying things like murder mystery, and I've set clues and games across the island. Ugh. I love it. It's Knives Out mixed with Escape Room, the movie that I only like. And Escape Room's Tournament of Champions. Oh, I love
both
movies.
of those movies.
Me
Own them
three.
both.
By the way, can I say something real quick? Escape Room Tournament of Champions. Have you seen both versions of the film?
Oh.
There's two versions of the film. If you rent like the Blu-ray, they completely redid the ending and the beginning. There's legitimately two full versions with a whole character that is not in one of the movies and a character that is incredibly important in the other one. Look it up. Escape Room Tournament of Champions.
Oh.
I'm looking at it right now, and what are the special features, extras,
the multiversal
behind the scenes? I don't even know. I don't even know what I got. I don't know what I got.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it.
This
later.
is very
Kingdom of
upsetting.
Heaven situation going on here.
Yep.
Very upsetting.
So no,
Okay.
I'm so excited for this movie. I love it. I really actually need to tamper my expectations because I love Knives Out so much. So now I'm not looking forward to it. Oh no, I went too far the other way. This movie
that was
looks like
way
it
too far.
sucks.
Pendulum has to just stay a little bit closer to the side. Totally 100% with you. In fact, I picked my dumb trailer just because I saw a face that reminded in this trailer or a face in my trailer that reminded me of a face that was in the original Knives Out. That's the only reason I picked my dumb trailer tonight is because of that actor. I am so excited for Knives Out. The only thing I sort of resent is that Netflix bought it because Netflix doesn't have a great reputation in my head right now. And so I kind of wish that it was going to be it was going to be somewhere else.
Sure.
Well, then I have some slightly good news for you because on November 23rd, it's coming to theaters. They're doing a limited theatrical run. So you actually can go to theaters and see it. And even though I have a Netflix subscription, I really want to see it with a crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was the first one was such a good crowd-pleasing movie. I really want to see it with a group of people.
Will it come to Portland? Probably not.
Oh, I'm sure it would.
You think? You think it's just L.A. and
unless
New
it's
York
just an Academy
7 days
run?
Yeah.
I don't think it's an Academy thing because I'm in Phoenix and it's coming here. I mean,
yeah, I'm totally.
We're eyes of the nation are on us. I mean, come on. Nothing but good news coming out of Phoenix right now, right?
Yep.
But then, but for those of you who can't get out to it, or you live in an isolated area, and you want to wait, Christmas will come early because on December 23rd you will be able to stream it on Netflix.
Good pick. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm in on that one too. Okay, so my turn, and my movie is. Everybody knows I have a real thing about kitchen movies. I love kitchen movies. Burnt, chef. You got somebody cooking, like professional cooking in the kitchen with I almost said it, with the heat and the sizzling, and you watch the onions and the garlics and the mushrooms all sizzling up. And then there's intensity. There's there's a reviewer coming in. I love that. Come on. Yes, chef. And so I give you high heat.
Ordering 1 hamachi crudo, 2 salad niçoise, and 1 striped bass.
Bon appetit. Good evening, chef.
Good evening, husband.
You better be ready to get real busy.
We are all booked for tonight.
The kitchen is now closed.
Hello?
They're coming for you.
I owe a lot of money.
How much, Frey?
1.2. You don't know these guys. They're not gonna walk away from this.
I got $10,000 for the person who killed them.
Whose blood is that? What's going on?
Don't open the door, Ray. Don't.
I used to work for the KGB.
You're a spy.
I'm a chef.
Send me everyone you've got.
I don't care about the cost. Just make it happen.
See you soon.
We'll hit him from both sides.
Her.
It's a her.
It's a her.
Can we help you?
Isn't it past your bedtime?
He's tougher than he looks.
Well, he looks geriatric. I hope so.
It's a little below the belt, don't you think?
I worry that this is Don Johnson and Olga Kurylenko, and it is a lampoon of itself. I worry because the second half of this trailer looks super dumb, but the first half looks okay. Like it was provocative, and Don Johnson, I just like Don Johnson working, and so, but I'm kind of in for it. This is a story of she used to be KGB. The wife is KGB, but now she's a chef. And the mafia shows up to burn down the restaurant, and she defends her turf. And it turns out it's a woman kicking ass trope, and that could be okay too. I'm in for those movies too. Is it going to live up to, those that have come before? Don't know, but
no. You can tell by the trailer. No, it is not.
As I said, straight up, the only reason I picked this trailer was, well, the two reasons, because of the cooking and because Don Johnson, and I like, it's really for Knives Out. This is a Knives Out honorific. I was really
excited in the very beginning because it gave me like The Bear vibes. The Hulu series The Bear, which I loved more than anything when it was on. I was like, oh, cooking. And then she's like, I used to be in the KGB. And I was like,
and then it was all over.
Yeah, I wanted it to say, coming to a gas station screen near you. Yeah, I think I couldn't stop laughing when it made that turn. And I was like, oh, I get it. It's crap. No offense.
Okay. Kyle?
All right. I have 3 words, and that's self high five. Woo! Diamond Dallas Page, baby, former professional wrestler, shows up as the.
Oh, really?
I was like, he's one of my favorite wrestlers back in the. Yep, that's Diamond Dallas Page.
Wow.
So he used to have a long mullet and all this stuff, but so now he's the thug in this one. I kind of got there's a nice like gritty crime genre thing that goes on there. Whereas if they're having fun and not taking it too seriously, it can be a lot of fun. It's when they think that they're making Reservoir Dogs where you're like, okay, like, but I had the same thing when it hit the turn. I was like, okay. I don't know if you're taking this seriously or not, but I don't know. So the vibe is a little all over the place, but I just like seeing DDP getting work again. So.
DDP, Olga Kurylenko. So we recently saw her in Black Widow. She's Taskmaster and is coming up in Thunderbolts in 2024.
And in the trailer, she already has more lines than she did in Black Widow. So
she absolutely does. Yeah. So there's work. There's at least if you're getting paid scale, that's pretty good. So in completed, she's also got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 titles that are in post-production or pre-production completed. Like she's busy working, very busy working, certainly busy working since Quantum of Solace. And there's a bunch of stuff that she's done that I've really, really liked. And sometimes alone, I've liked those things without anybody else agreeing with me. That's okay. Anyway, it's coming. It's coming. Does it matter when? Soon enough. On IMDb, and the little date does not even show up. It's coming at some point this year. Yeah, it's coming eventually. So our apologies to, we know making movies is hard. This trailer didn't sell it that well. So
sorry.
Okay.
Can I add a quick addendum to my part?
Sure.
I looked up on Just Watch. It is 1-800-HOT-NIGHT is available for rent or buying on Amazon Prime, Vudu, and Apple TV.
Oh, excellent.
Cool.
Oh, and I have an addendum for mine, which was the trailer I should have picked is Brendan Fraser in The Whale, but I don't generally like Darren Aronofsky films, so I chose not to. This is A24. I was torn. Could have gone first. Could have completely changed everything.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser looks awesome in this movie.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Anyway, so go watch that
I'm
trailer.
with you on that one, though.
I
I think you made the right choice because one, I'm also not an Aronofsky fan. Two, trailer not great. But I'm all in for Brendan Fraser and whatever he wants to do. Like I just
whatever he wants to do.
It's like there's some people that I wish ill on, and he's the opposite. I wish the best for him for the rest of his life.
The rest of his life. For sure. Let's play a game. Now, you might be surprised to know that I've completely changed gears and we're playing a classic. A classic today. I was going to play something completely different, a narrative story game, but it turns out, as I began preparing for it, am ill-prepared for that game, and it will have to wait.
Got it.
So today we're doing a classic that I don't believe you two have ever played together, but I'm sure you both have played. And that is the Diabolical.
Oh, no! I've only played this once.
Not the Diabolical. This will be terrible.
Yep.
Just wait. Some of the pair-ups that I have for you are awful. So, as you know, Kyle, the rules of the Diabolical are quite simple. You have to get Tom to say the name of a movie, but you have to do it using the voice of an actor or character in a different movie. So this is performative, and you can't say the title, name, or anything that gives away the target movie in that voice, right? So you can't give away the plot. You have to give away clues, and I get to be the ultimate judge of whether or not you have succeeded to that end. Last time around, Mandy played with you, Kyle, and she had to get you to say the movie Total Recall, but she had to do it using the voice of Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct. So you can kind of get the idea. She had to act out Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct, giving clues, and you win a point for each one of those three elements. Do you get the name of the movie, the name of the actor or character, and the name of the actor or character in the movie that they're coming from?
So I'm pretending to be an actor from movie A. I'm pretending to be that actor, but in movie B.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Right.
This is
and there's a bonus point
great.
for how many different ethnicities you can offend with the accent that you choose to do.
The answer is all of them. Kyle?
What? Okay. Wow. I know. I get it. At the same time, like, how does your mind work, Pete?
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Yeah. We've played this game a number of times, and you can tell I'm getting experimental.
Yeah, you sure are.
Tell me when you've started so I don't think that this is all part of it.
Oh, you'll know. No, I'm trying. There's things I want to say, but I'm worried that I'm going to get dinged for, doing it. You ready? Tom?
Ready.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Sydney. Have you ever noticed that sometimes babies talk and they have the voice of celebrities, but other times their pets seem to talk as well? Does that make you afraid? Are you scared?
Okay, so Sydney, that's Scream. Wait. So
I was
I'm
adding a little vocal effect. I don't know if you could actually hear it. So
I could. Was
okay.
that? So wait, I'm guessing 2 movies and 1 actor?
Yes.
Well, yes,
2 movies and 1 in this
What
case.
voice am I doing? And what voice? What's that from? And then what movie am I talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you were talking about. Look Who's Talking. 2, 3.
Yes,
2. Look Who's Talking 2. Okay. You were. Scream was involved because you said Sydney.
Yeah.
That's 2.
So the person talking, was it Ghostface?
It was
3 for
Ghostface.
3.
That's 3 for
Come
3.
on, baby.
Okay. At first I was
thought you might
it was
get me with Hello
Bane.
Sydney. So.
Okay, got it. Okay. So we did it. Good work.
We did it. So that is
all
our
you, Kyle.
Go team.
intro round.
Outstanding work. Okay.
Look Who's Talking 2. Come on.
Yeah. You see? That was good. All right.
That is the one where the pets talk, right?
It is the one with the.
I didn't
or a
remember,
sibling,
but I
or
said,
who
"Look
cares?"
who's
I think
talking,"
it is.
and you
You
both
did
went,
great.
I know.
So then I went 2. Okay, tell me when
Okay.
you've sent me something.
I couldn't remember if that was
Just
Look Who's Talking or Look Who's Talking
sent it.
now. So
Get Kyle. Okay, got it. I think I can do it. I haven't seen anything involved,
I
but I think I can do
what
it.
you find is there's an anchor that will allow you to get it all.
Got
Oh,
it.
boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Wait, let me practice for a second. Hold on.
okay, he's getting into character, folks.
He's getting
Like,
into character. That's
he
what he
is,
is. You
yeah,
should see. He's turned off his microphone.
Yes.
And we're watching him. He's turning his head to the
Right.
side. He's looking a little bit sad.
This is an actor prepares. This is
Totally. That's
like
exactly what
Matthew
this is.
McConaughey in
Okay.
Wolf of Wall Street. He's
All
getting
right,
into
all right.
character.
As I
Yeah.
was practicing, it got audibly worse. So I'm going to stop practicing. Okay. Mondays, am I right? And now they're going after the prime minister. I was just in the middle of my lasagna. And they're going after the prime minister. I bet Nermal's involved. It's one of the things people notice about me is my stripes.
I understand who you are. I just don't know what you're talking about. Weird orange cat.
What's that one thing that
I know.
that Odie always talks about when he talks about that one bridge and what happens when it's up and then it's not up anymore. Goes down. Oops. Oh no, I did. That's fine.
No, you're fine.
What's a famous bridge that's going down? Oh, John.
Okay, so this.
I think we're gonna call it. What do you
Yeah,
got?
I think so. I know. Okay, so it's Garfield
Right.
from Garfield. I guess
Yeah.
Garfield the movie.
Garfield
whatever
the
you
movie.
wanna say.
Excellent.
Is that London is falling or something?
London is falling.
Okay, falling. Okay,
Which I've never seen, but I'm pretty sure
I haven't
it was,
either.
Yeah. And I don't
But
know.
Oh,
that's the
my
sequel to
goodness.
the Eagle is falling.
Yeah, White House Down.
White
or
House
No, the White House Down is
something
the
has
other one.
fallen. Oh, that's the other one. Yeah, Washington.
Olympus has fallen or
or
something.
Olympus has fallen.
right.
That's the one. Yeah.
That's what I was trying. That's what I was trying to remember
Nicely
because Olympus has fallen.
done.
What was the code name for London? I couldn't remember
Yeah.
what it was.
But did he
so.
get the voice? I mean, I can't do the voice. I was clearly.
No,
just-
you had it.
Actually,
You were.
but who is the who?
Oh,
you
but
you
was
gave
that- was
the
that Bill
character, not
Murray
the
as
actor. It was Bill Murray.
Garfield?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Yes.
Or was it
I
Lorenzo
did
Music?
terrible, and you did great.
Oh.
That
Yeah.
was amazing. Especially now that I know, as we were giving sort of color commentary of you with your mic off, an actor prepares.
Mhm.
Now that I know what you sounded like, it's made that moment so much better. All right, Kyle,
Did you
are
get
you
my
ready?
cool
Oh,
clue of stripes? Because I was trying to get
I
you
did
to
not
Bill
get the
Murray.
stripes.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Garfield with the stripes. Oh,
Okay.
got
oh,
it.
I see,
Stripes,
yeah.
Bill
I thought
Murray.
you just- I
You
thought you were
get
just
it.
giving me
Yeah.
more Garfield clues.
Was
Okay.
it Bill Murray and stripes? Oh well, we'll never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
this one. Okay, let's just see how you do.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was saying that's a pretty deep cut.
I think you could possibly. I think you could get 2 out of this, even if you don't get the third.
Okay, so you were highly estimating because you're asking me to recall something from like 20 plus years ago.
Ooh,
That
good
is-
clue.
welcome.
That is not something
Nostalgia.
from in my mental Rolodex that is kept fresh.
Oh, and look who's talking too is just right off the dome.
Come on. No, we'll see. Okay. All right, so here's the thing. There's this guy, and he looks a lot like the Fresh Prince, but he's running around, and he likes wearing these specific kind of shoes, the Chucks, what do you call them? And there's these robots everywhere, and they're running around. I don't understand a thing that's going on, but I know that he doesn't like them. They don't like him, and they runs around. And it's I thought I read a book like this, but it's nothing like that at all. So I don't know what's going on.
Boy, I am hesitant to guess at that voice. I got iRobot.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay, so you got 1.
And that was Will
Outstanding.
Smith and iRobot is the actor.
I guess
but I
am
don't
I
think
supposed
that's
to
a
be
part of
throwing
it.
clues about what the voice was?
I did.
It's whatever it takes. Yeah,
Listen, I might be a gangster, but I'm not the kind of one you think of.
that was a good clue. That was a on the nose clue.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
What I mean is, I shouldn't be taken seriously.
Someone from
So
Johnny
you think that this is some kind
Dangerously?
of Joe Pesci thing? That is not where I'm going at
Wait,
all.
I said Johnny Dangerously and Pete made a noise.
Oh my God!
You just got 2 points.
Okay,
That's
so
it.
then,
But now you
is
got to
it
get the character. the
Joe
actor.
Piscopo? No? Is it Michael Keaton?
No, you gave it a shot. That was it. It was Michael Keaton.
The fact you got to
okay.
Johnny Dangerously though.
That was amazing.
Bravo!
I
was like-
expected you to get Michael Keaton and iRobot. I didn't think you were going to get Johnny Dangerously. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done,
everybody.
The clues were fantastic.
Because I have not seen Johnny Dangerously probably since the 80s.
Oh, that's true. If it was Joe Piscopo, you would have said something about he did it one time.
Yeah,
Yes.
one time.
That's right.
Once.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, once.
So, Tom,
Hello, it's me.
um,
And I, for some reason, need to write it
I-
down each time.
I apologize in advance for what I'm about to ask you to do.
Oh, no.
boy.
It might be the hardest one that we've ever done
Jesus.
performatively.
Tell me when you've sent it.
Oh, I'm just going to watch your face as you read it.
Let's see here.
This is why you should watch the live stream, everybody.
What? That is rough. And I haven't even seen one of the movies. Okay.
Do you need another moment to prepare?
Oh, God.
Well, there's also going to be a little bit of a visual clue.
Oh,
Just so you
okay.
know. Just
Okay.
It's a very
This
subtle
is
visual
really-
clue.
There's
but-
some
okay.
movement.
Here we
Okay.
go.
All right. No props, though.
So good.
Okay. I know this man, and he has a weird beard, and he's always searching for an animal that someone stole, and I don't feel held. Family is supposed to make you feel held. There's exhaust coming out of my face. Oh, and he used the animal to search for certain kinds of expensive mushrooms. Oh, and they stole it, and I don't feel held. But maybe I'll be the May Queen. If I was the May Queen, I'd make sure no one could steal my animal like they stole his, which you used to search for mushrooms. Truffles in particular? My boyfriend's in that weird shack. He's dressed as a bear.
Okay, I'm calling it. Oh, my God.
Nothing.
Wow.
You have
okay.
one.
I feel like everyone in the audience is like, oh, no, exactly what it is.
I
But,
don't
like,
think so.
are you talking about Mandy?
No.
No.
An animal
Shield?
wasn't stolen in Mandy.
No? Okay, I never saw it. So
But
I'm at
you're-
absolute
you're
zero. I have no
really-
idea who
you're
you are,
so
what movie you're
close.
from,
You're
or
so
what movie you're
close.
talking
Your
about.
guess of
Yeah.
Mandy was weirdly close.
Okay.
I guess. Maybe he hasn't seen any of these.
Another Nicolas Cage.
Maybe he hasn't seen any of
something or
them.
other?
What animal searches for mushrooms?
Pig. Oh, it's
Stop
pig.
talking.
Pig. Right,
Sorry.
pig. I forgot. That was the other thing. Okay, yeah. So pig.
Yes.
Right.
And then there were some really good clues at the near the end there
of who he was.
My boyfriend's in that weird shack dressed as a bear. That was possibly as on the nose as you could get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel held is really good.
Got nothing.
Maybe I'll be the May Queen.
This
Nothing.
was rough.
Nothing.
So he clearly hasn't seen the movie then, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't seen the movie.
also
This
bad at-
was Tom. you wanna-
This is Pig. My voice was Florence Pugh in Midsommar.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've not
those
seen
are all
Midsommar.
elements from
You
Midsommar.
haven't seen Midsommar.
I
I'm
have
so
not seen
sorry.
Midsommar.
Okay. All right.
Boy, I
okay.
bet you want to now, huh?
Oh, after that.
I think this one for you, Kyle, is this one is not the hardest, but it might turn out to be my favorite.
So no pressure there. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I see. Oh, I see. I got to be careful with this because I could very easily drift into someone
Yes.
else. Okay.
Yes.
Boy, okay. Okay. All right.
No.
Are we ready?
Ready.
Yeah, I got to get into character.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't need time to prepare. I don't have to step off mic for this one. Okay. So when you're out on the court, it's just the group of people around. Even if they're your friends, if they're toons, Doesn't matter, because a team is like a family. And there's nothing more important to me than family.
Got it. So that's...
Sometimes you play one game and then 20 years later you come back and you have to play the game again. But maybe
what's
there's
it
somebody
called,
different
though? So it's Vin Diesel.
But it's all about family.
From Fast and the Furious.
Yes.
Fast and the Furious.
Yes.
Vin
Two?
Diesel talking about... Oh, wait. Don't say anything. Space.
Okay.
I've never seen them. It's Michael Jordan, and then it was the other guy later. Oh, wait. Odyssey? No.
Come on and slam. And welcome.
What's... Right, I'm going to get it wrong. What's Space Jam? Is that it? 2.
Mostly?
Space Jam, the Odyssey 2. Space Jam 2.
Space Jam 2.
It's okay.
Come on,
I'll give you Space Jam 2. It's Space
Okay.
Jam: A New Legacy.
A New Legacy.
When I
turned
said
Jam.
Odyssey, maybe I meant Legacy.
Yeah, A New Odyssey.
That was perfect.
That was awesome.
When I was worried, if you do a bad Vin Diesel, it can very easily drift into a Sylvester Stallone.
Oh,
So I think I oversteered a little bit, but I got you there.
You did great. Family.
Okay, Tom.
I'm ready. Tell me when you
This
said
one. This one also might be my favorite at the same time, only because it's you. I know how much you love this.
Ah! Oof. Let me write it down. I don't know why I have to write it down.
I don't either. It's literally
it's a part of it
written
for
right
me.
there. It is.
Well,
it's the performative part.
I think so. Okay, so now...
If
because
I
also
had
I
to
want to go
further,
back.
I was going to try and bring Iron Giant into it too, because I think Iron Giant is actually in
Yeah.
Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Yeah.
And
Isn't
those
everyone?
guys-
Isn't like the Joker, and isn't that the thing? It's all the Warner Brother people.
It is
The Shining.
a terrible film, but it does have one significant stand up and cheer joke in it
What is it?
that I will say, like, bravo.
Do you want to say what it is?
You want me to give it away? Sure.
Yeah.
So in the whole thing, they play the first half and they get trounced because obviously the other team is cheating and stuff too, and so they're down and they're in the locker room and Bugs Bunny's trying to give the big speech of like we can do this. Come on, guys, like we can do it. And then Daffy Duck comes running. And he's like, guys, I got it. Like all of our problems are solved. Like we won last time with him. We got him back. I went out there and I found him, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jordan, and like they do this big bah, and like the camera pans up and like the lighting goes and like he's and walks in and it's Michael B. Jordan. He's like, hey guys, what's going on? I'm like, okay, that is a good joke.
Oh, that's great.
He's like,
That
they
is a
said that
Looney
I should come out
Tunes
here
joke.
and talk to you guys. Like you're doing okay.
That's fun.
Okay,
So now none of you have to see that movie.
Yeah.
Because that was it. That's the hype. Doesn't get any higher than that.
I'm ready to give it a try.
Go.
Okay. Ready to receive.
I don't know how to do the voice, but stay safe, everybody. The founding fathers are saying it's that time of year again. Comes once a year, and it's important to keep the entire Shire all safe from everyone else just by making general wizardry and crime illegal. I mean, legal for once. Just there, because otherwise there'd be chaos, or I don't know, another word for chaos. I know chaos. I've been on some pretty crazy journeys myself. Some have been unexpected, maybe. I don't know how to do the voice. I used to work in an office. Side note. Was really, really excited about that receptionist. Don't know how to do the right accent for this. Don't remember a single thing about this movie. But boy, oh boy, are my feet tired and hairy and huge.
Okay, call it. All right, so we've got that's Bilbo Baggins,
Played by
Martin Freeman.
Whew, got it.
Talking about The Purge.
The Purge, chaos, or another word for it, he said.
Like, do I have to do a specific Purge movie?
It is
like
a specific Purge movie.
What?
Last time things didn't go well, and this time everyone's in
Purge
chaos.
2?
Yes,
More purging? Electric Purgaloo? I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know the Purge franchise. Is there
I do.
The Purge Legacy?
It's the good
The Purge, a new legacy.
It is the good Purge.
The good Purge? All right. The Purge, an unexpected journey.
Yeah, it's Purge.
Okay.
The
Anarchy.
Purge, the Battle of the Five Purges.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a half a point for that.
Yeah, it's Purge Anarchy.
But did you get
is the name of the
the
second one.
movie?
What? It's the Purge.
The Purge
what?
Anarchy.
The Purge Anarchy. Okay.
It's the one to worth
It's the good
watching.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have never seen a Purge movie.
Oh,
the second one's cool.
Once again, I'm doing terrible by you, so I'm sorry for that. Okay. Did you get the movie that Martin Freeman was talking about?
Was it? I mean, is it Hobbit: Unexpected Journey? Hobbit
we'll go
there
with
and
that.
back
Yeah,
again.
so
Hobbit.
That's it.
2.5.
Battle of the Five Armies. Which of the Hobbit?
Perfect.
Movies
You get. You see, you can do sequels.
You can.
I can.
It turns out.
Yeah.
That was a great Martin
so-
Freeman impression.
I know. I mean, I was like, is there someone from the UK in here?
Yeah.
Did someone join the
really,
feed?
really
What happened?
good.
I mean,
For
like
a
your
little while-
accent was just.
What's weird is I've never thought Martin Freeman could veer into Bob Newhart, but somehow you got there. You got there.
If anyone could do it.
However,
the last...
you were a lot closer to his voice from Black Panther, so you know.
Right. I'll say the last ones. If you thought those were hard, I have one more for each of you. If you would like to try it,
Okay.
because
Got to do it.
you know it's anyone's game in friendship, and so one more. It could very well be the hardest.
You're saying
of the
friendship
lot.
is on the line?
Oh
It
yeah,
is
this
on
is
the
it.
line. Friendship is on the line. We're hanging it up if we can't
Okay.
get this right. So
He's
this
going
one
to start
goes
his own
to
podcast
Kyle.
purge. Both of our houses are surrounded right now.
Oh dear, this is right.
Wow. Okay.
I just want to know if you've ever seen any of those words used even in a sentence together.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Question is, has this person ever even seen this movie?
I can almost guarantee.
Maybe that's the take that my
that's
character
the take,
will take.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
This is gonna be yeah. Okay. I see. I still wait this for
Awesome.
last. Okay.
Ready.
All right. All right. I need you to listen up and listen good. There's this bloke. He's a photographer. He's traveling around. He's trying to take pictures or something or whatever, but it doesn't matter. There's this woman that he falls in love with, and things go well. Now, look, I'm from London. I'm from the dark side of London.
Yep.
Me and my mates have run around, done a lot of crazy things. But this guy did something crazier. He slept with a married woman.
What? What?
There may be some troubled waters, but he went right over them
Got
on
I like
something
it.
very
Okay.
specific that you
What's
do
this
that
guy's name? I think it's the.
Listen, I play professional football. I know things about things. And I say
know.
things like things.
He does say things like things. Oh my
Professional.
God, you're speaking.
And
my
I was
soul.
not in the transporter. I just want to make that absolutely clear.
That's who I was trying to think of. So you're the guy, and you said football.
I did say football.
So you are.
A professional footballer.
You're the guy from Ted Lasso. Are we doing TV shows?
I know.
Or no?
We're not doing TV shows.
I've hung
Okay,
out with
so-
Guy Ritchie before he did Aladdin. I know him from way back.
Well, because I wanted to say, but you're not in the transporter, so you're not Jason Statham. That's where I was going.
I have yet to shave my head.
So
I have
you.
a full set of manly hair.
Who else is?
I'm known for my headbutts for some reason.
Oh, wait. Your
I don't know how much more I can give you here.
No, I get it. Okay, so you're not.
I have a
certainly
very
not-
my name very much sounds like it's from the UK. You
Sure
would not
does.
mistake me for being an American, that's for sure.
God, it's
Well, the first part, the
haunting
second part,
how
no.
good the impression is.
So let's see.
Haunting.
What can I think of? Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Snatch.
And then you would stop talking.
after Lock, Stock.
You should probably stop talking.
Okay. Lock, Stock, Smoking Barrels. He's talking about The Graduate.
He's not.
No,
Oh, lost a point.
Wait.
Oh.
Over
Bridge
troubled
over
waters.
Over.
Troubled waters.
I thought
Waters
Bridge Over
go
Troubled Waters
under.
was in The
There
Graduate.
is a bridge. There are multiple bridges. Is the problem?
Bridges of Madison County.
Yes.
You know what
I'd say
tripped me out
photographer,
is
right?
I was thinking
Yes, he's a photographer.
because oh, you're totally right. Didn't because Simon and Garfunkel did the
in The
soundtrack
Graduate.
for The Graduate. So that's
I see.
I was trying to
get you to bridge without.
You totally did it right. You totally did it right.
Last shot. Do you have the actor?
Do you have the actor?
Not Jason Statham, but Guy Ritchie related.
Yeah.
Was in Lockstock. That what we're
So
saying?
good.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, is it?
I don't work a ton,
I can't
but I've had a good
remember
career.
the difference between Snatch and Lockstock, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and say it's wrong. I'm going to say, who's the guy that was in?
So close.
None of
so
this works.
close. Come on, mate. You can bring it
I
home.
feel it. I can feel it.
I'll buy you a
The
pint at the
accent
pub. Come on.
Is outstanding.
We'll talk about my professional career. Right.
Were you ever in a movie also with the guy that played Gandhi? An indie.
Undoubtedly.
Undoubtedly? So are you the main guy? What's that film called? Ray?
I'm going to have to look up a film.
Stone? Ray Stone? Is the word
No.
Stone or Ray involved?
But what's funny is you keep getting confused between Lock, Stock, and Snatch, and
Yes.
this actor was in
I was
both
in
of
both.
them.
Really?
I was
That's
in both.
Yes, he was in both. That is exactly right.
I don't got it. I'm sorry.
Vinnie Jones.
Oh, shoot!
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he's the juggernaut.
Bullet Tooth Tony or whatever.
Yep.
And you're a football. Oh, you were literally a footballer.
Literally a
crazy.
footballer.
Yes.
That's
I
how
should
he's
have.
Literally a
I should have gone
I
back.
wasn't trying to be.
Because I got
And he's
hooked on
super
Ted
known
Lasso.
for his legendary YouTube foul where he hits a guy in the crotch intentionally.
Okay.
Yeah. He is a legendarily brutal footballer.
That was all outstanding. I made the mistake of once it was Ted Lasso, I just got rid of that clue of footballer. I needed to go back and I'm taking notes and I'm not looking at them because I'm busy writing down the word graduate over and over again.
And tiny spirals. Okay, I have one more. This is going to you, Tommy. This is your final.
Outstanding.
And
I really blew it.
Very, very good.
He's not a photographer in The Graduate. What was I talking about? All right, here we go. Okay. This would be super easy, but I'm so
Such
bad
a
at voice
roller
work.
coaster.
It's going to be embarrassing and sad. If anyone else
I don't
that
know
was
your
good,
Newhart was on.
anyone else that does voices would be outstanding at this. I'm going to give it a try. Here we go.
Oh, sorry. Michael Keaton's agent is calling me. Hold on.
I started to.
It hasn't even started yet. Sorry.
Here we go. Hey, dude. No, hold on. How do you make that sound? I don't do voices. I have to turn my mic up. Hold on.
How do I make that sound?
Hey, gnarly, surf's up, dude. I don't know. Not all toys are built the same, man. Sorry, I'm late for class. That doll, her eyes, she's. You know where that doll should be, man? Like in a cabinet of these two married weirdos that go around and collect things and then leave the door unlocked for their daughter. And it's important that the movie that I was in was directed by a female. A lot of people don't know that, but she really takes the sex scene from a female point of view. But I'm not in that scene, bro, because I'm just like, I think my teacher's name is like Mr. Finger or Mr. Hand or something, bro. Later on, my rivers get pretty mystic, bro. Surfing, I'm done.
All right, Jeff. I got it.
Okay.
But okay, so that's Jeff Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High,
Played by
Sean Penn.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry, Academy Award winner Sean Penn.
Yes.
Notoriously cool-headed.
And so you're missing
notoriously.
You're missing one.
And are you talking about Annabelle?
Correct.
Okay,
There's 2 points. And
Well,
Fast Time, you got Fast Time 3.
He's done all
I got all
three.
three. I got three.
You got all 3. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 3 points. That was it, you guys. That was
Outstanding.
an epic game of the Diabolical. That was fantastic.
That was really good. I got Jeff Spicoli very quickly.
Yeah.
And then the more it went on, the more you became Cheech and Chong.
I don't know. How do you do a surfer voice?
Hold on, man.
Yeah,
like,
you're right. How do you do a surfer voice?
It sounded like...
You just have to stay in it, man. You just got to like ear in the wave.
You got to
kind
go
of
down
low all the time. Because the more you go this way, the more you're like, oh,
You sound
man.
like California Cheech, man.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But same,
When I
same area.
unplugged my mic, I was saying the word gnarly over and over again.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. Okay.
You really can get away with that, with getting to Spicoli from the turtle.
Too, because
yeah.
You so totally rock, Squirt. I mean, like, that's right in the same.
Isn't this our time, Mr. Hand?
Yeah.
So it is Mr. Hand.
Yeah, it is
Did I say
Mr. Finger.
You had that.
You said Mr. Finger. I thought that was a strange, strange twist. That was great. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and a half points for friendship. Well done, everybody.
Well done.
That was
everyone.
super fun voice work in the Diabolical.
The part I was talking about the sex scene, do you know what I was talking about? They always give Amy Hecker because they show it from her. They're having sex in the dugout, and she sees what's written on the roof. Yeah. The idea of taking it from the female's POV and seeing it during it, that was sort of revolutionary at the time.
Yeah. Let's do.
Oh, that's right. We still have lists. Man, oh man.
I know. We got to hustle.
We got to
hustle. Get going. Now, the list, I don't, I was not on the film when this, or with the show when this came up. It's movies you saw once and will never see again. That's how we got here. How did you approach this?
Went straight down the middle and thought about movies I've seen and I never want to see again.
No, this is
I know what you're saying.
Nuance to it, right?
I covered it sort of both angles. I did some that, like emotionally, I was like, oh, that wrecked me. I don't want to ever go through that again. And then some that I was like, I hate that this even exists.
Yeah.
I went the hate this exists route.
Okay.
Straight
all
on.
right. So I tried to sort of
nuance.
cover bases so it wasn't all just like, epic takedowns.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I'll let you handle epic takedowns.
Totally. Okay. So I didn't go first. That's Tom. Tom,
here's Tom.
You're first. Film.
This I wanted. It's fun for me to include because it is universally kind of loved. Critics were through the roof. It has a performance by someone. He's making another film with the two brothers who made it, and he's got some of the best reviews of his entire time. Unfortunately, I found this movie to be shrill and horrific and a nonstop close-up nightmare of a bunch of losers just being losery all over each other, and then they get shot in the head. Spoiler alert. It's Uncut Gems by the Safdie brothers, starring the world's biggest idiot doing a horrible act. I mean, he's great in it, but he's great at being a loser. Like I cheered at the end.
Uncut Gems.
I thought this movie, Uncut Gems. I want to be the muse for this movie going in the trash. But again, I legitimately think it's well made and well acted, but I could not stand being in the theater with those people. So that's weird, but
that's
Uncut Gems.
so funny.
I do like Good Night, the other one that they made. I think it's Good Night. Fast Night. We'll never know. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, wait. No, that was the Arpats one.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, no,
With
it was
his brother.
extraordinary. It was great. Yeah. That was really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It looks like a fast food sign.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Kyle, number one.
All right. So when I was in high school, I made a friend who was a big movie fan, and from that sort of became a cinephile. So like he and I ended up seeing like basically a movie every Friday for like 6 or 7 years. I mean, like it was just like a constant thing. So and we'd like go see a movie and then go to Blockbuster and rent a movie and watch it too. I mean, like he and I saw an immense amount of stuff together. But while in high school, his sister was in college, and so was super cool because, oh my God, she had all these college friends and they like talked about all this. So when she came back to town, she said, oh, my friends and I are going to go see this important movie and you guys should come with us. And we were like, oh man, I get to go with college kids and see this really important movie. So we went in and it was like, oh, this is going to be so good. And we sat down and we all together watched Schindler's List. And once again, great film, but like the credit, I mean, like the lights came up and all of us are still sitting there like, oh, wow. And like no one spoke. Like we just like quietly walked to the cars and just drove home. And it was like, okay. So and to this day, I have never watched it again. It's a great, huge powerful movie, and it had a huge impression on me. But like, I'm like, oh, I could never go through that again.
Yeah, it's a great date film. So lessons learned the hard way. My turn is I did so in right around I think Christmas last year. An adaptation of the Broadway musical came out in theaters, and it was controversial because they thought that casting a certain person in the lead role looked too old, didn't look like a high school student, blah, 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 blah. I am an unabashed fan of the musical and have seen it, and I really enjoy the music. And then I saw the movie, and as it happened, I saw the movie. I wasn't able to see it in the theater because my dad had just died, and I didn't go to the theater when my dad died. And so we saw it at home, and I found myself about 40 minutes into it, so racked with grief that this like senseless grief at work in this movie, Dear Evan Hansen, I never want to see it again. Like some of the music I still listen to, but my God, there is something about that adaptation where when you were watching it on stage live, the physical distance from it was a salve for this like real legit performative sadness. And I think the movie was just too close up and it was too raw for me. And I can't see it again. It's like, it's too triggering because what is the point of this movie and the sadness in it? And I think all of that was rent open for me when I saw it on film. It was not as good. So here you go, Dear Evan Hansen. Sorry.
Good choice.
Ben Platt.
Ben Platt.
All right, Tommy, number 2.
All right. So I saw in college, one of my favorite courses I ever took was horror film. It's one of the things that I really learned a lot of some of the pretentious terms that I throw around and stuff. And we watched 8,000 movies. And then it doesn't matter. I'm not going to go on this is the one he showed on the very last day of class. And when the lights went up, he said, "Have a good summer." And laughing, he walked out of the room. Because this is legitimately one of the most upsetting, grossest, most hardcore films I have ever seen, while also knowing that it is kind of a work of art, I guess. It's been banned all over the place. It's about a summer camp where these 3 elderly gentlemen invite a bunch of teenagers to hang out. Just kidding. It's based on the book 120 Days of Sodom by the Marquis de Sade. This is Sallow, or 121 Days, or 120 Days of Sodom. Have you heard of this movie?
No.
Never. I don't even know, how do you spell Sallow? Is it S-A-L-O? S-A-L-L-O-W?
S-A-L-O with a little doodah over it.
Oh my God.
The director was killed after the movie,
while making
in part because not while making it, but 3 weeks after it was made. It's Pasolini, who you may have heard of, and it focuses on 4 wealthy, corrupt Italian libertines in the fascist Republic of Sallow who kidnap 18 teenagers and subject them to 4 months of extreme violence, sadism, sexual, and psychological torture. It's legitimately awful, and it's hardcore, but a lot of people think it is maybe a masterpiece. It actually has its own Criterion collection release.
Wow.
But the idea of watching this again, I don't know. I don't think you should. The whole thing is sort of based along different levels of hell, and there's 3 circles that you go through. The first circle is the circle of manias, or the circle of pretty much forced sexual contact, and then it's the circle of excrement, and then finally the circle of blood. No one makes it out okay. It is legitimately horrific. Don't watch Sallow, 120 Days of Sodom.
I cannot believe that. Oh God.
I'm surprised you guys have never heard of it. It's pretty.
Do you know what? Once I wrote it with the umlaut over the O, the shape of the word is familiar to me.
Really?
I've never heard of the movie itself. But remember, I only just discovered that I love horror movies just a few years ago.
You're not going to like this one.
It sounds like not. Okay. All right, Kyle, what do you got?
All right, so now that we've shifted away from that, this is also a harrowing journey, but for a very different reason. There are certain things where everybody has their and I don't like to yuck anybody's yum. If this is the things you like, that's fine. There are things I don't enjoy that if that's what you want to watch, fine, great. But there are some things out there that I think should not exist, should never have been written, maybe should never have been filmed, that I think are kind of just bad for society, essentially. Now, I like a dark comedy. I like American Psycho. But then when the same author had a different vision, and one thing, I think from the opening sequence, I was out, and from then I never wanted to go back to The Rules of Attraction. I think it has one of the worst opening scenes of all time, and I was like, this is a celebration of toxic masculinity. I hate everything about this movie. I wish it didn't exist.
Wow. Tom, do you own it? Are you looking at it yourself? I love it so much.
It is an enormously guilty pleasure of mine. I'm sorry. I feel really bad, but I can see it from my chair.
Is this the one with who's in this?
Dawson's
I
Creek.
can kind of
Dawson's Creek, yeah. James Van Der Beek, Shannon Sossaman, directed by Roger Avery, who, like, you know, everyone said, like, oh, he's next Quentin Tarantino. Oh, he's not. They came up together.
I haven't seen it.
It's an
Thank
enormous
goodness, because
bunch
I'm
of
not
tricks
stuck between you.
Instead of a
Yeah.
movie, it's an enormous just bunch of tricks. But I think a lot of the tricks are fun. So
it is.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
it is. Okay.
That's funny. All right, so won't be watching that right away.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that on my Sallow list.
Yeah.
My
After Sallow, you watch it and be like, oh, this is a lighthearted romp.
This is the second pick is one that I think I'm a controversial 1-star on this movie, but I was taken out of the movie so quickly that I am totally blind to anything redeeming of it, and I recognize it might just be me how stupid I think the treatment of this movie is. But my Letterboxd review is. It is actually a litany of the real things that my smart home devices say to me when I try to talk to them, and not the super intelligent instant responses that the smart home technology gives you in Kimmy, this trash fest of a movie that makes me so mad.
That's new. That was like 2021, right?
2022, Steven
2022?
Soderbergh,
Okay.
and I watched it with exuberance. Because I was so excited about a techno thriller, and it was like supposed to be kind of a rear window kind of thing, but with smart home speakers. And she is able to do things with a smart home speaker that you just can't do. Like, do you want me to do something in your home? I'm sorry, I can't find your TV. Before you can send a water bottle a message, you'll have to turn on personal requests on your phone. I've sent you a notification. Did you mean living room? That stuff my smart speaker says to me. Before you can send water bottle a message. And Kimmy saves the world with her smart speaker, and it makes me freaking nuts. Nuts, Soderbergh, you paranoid technophobe.
Wow.
So, like,
I've never even heard of this movie.
Bad. It makes me mad. So that's me, Kimmy. Tom?
Let's see, which one do I want to do? I'll do this one. So there was a really famous book, and I'm an idiot. I'm pretty well read, but I'd never read this book, and now I know to not trust anything ever again. This is when I was hurt with my ruptured Achilles tendon, so I was sort of like trapped in my old apartment, and I wasn't doing much. And this is way back in the day when Netflix was still coming on discs that you would go through the mail.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I got this one because I was like, oh, it's my favorite animal. This will be so fun. And it starts, and I was like, oh, I get to watch him grow up and stuff. And then I see where it's going, and I can't get to the DVD machine fast enough to stop it because I see where it's going too late. I start crying. I eject it. And then Pete knows that I do this sometimes. When I'm angry at something, I will throw it into the kitchen. And this disc stayed in the kitchen unwrapped for like a month. And I'm not joking because I was so angry at it. This is Marley and Me. I had no idea. I had no idea that the dog doesn't make it, and it starts so fun. And then he's like, I've got some bad news for you. And he goes into the room where the dog's like panting and laying, and I'm like, no! And I'm like crawling across my living room. So I haven't seen the end of the movie, but I'm pretty sure Marley doesn't make it. So Marley and Me, no thank you. Goodbye.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry for screaming so much.
So sad. I imagine the disc is still in your kitchen because it's like embedded in the drywall.
Yeah.
Like that's what I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Marley and Me is on the list.
Yep.
Kyle.
Okay. So also in college, I have a good friend who is if I'm the city mouse, he's the country mouse. Like he lives in a small town, always lived in a small town, just like lives a very, there's 5,000 people in his town, lives a very simple life. And so I would sort of have to expose him to more culture than he would ordinarily do. So we got a habit of going around and doing stuff. And so we watched this movie that was well regarded and everybody was super excited about, and it's tons of action and stuff too. And we got to the end, and his girlfriend, now wife at the time, said, I'm tired of you taking me to movies that are brown and sad. And so I was like, yeah, okay. So, all right. So I guess we'll cross Black Hawk Down off of the list. Black Hawk Down. I have nothing against the movie. Like I say, I watched it, harrowing and well shot, but I'm like, oh, I don't want to go through that again. But there was a whole period where it was like everything, all the things we saw were just brown and sad. And that's what I think of when I think of that movie.
That's really funny. Black Hawk Down is off the list. Okay, not on my weekend watch list either, for sure. Okay. My last one, it's a foreign film. It's Française, French film. And it is, I didn't care for it. At best, this movie is a human interest story in like the E block of a super local newscast. And maybe it's a hot topic at a school board meeting. But the fabrication around this based on a true story hot topic movie called 17 Girls about essentially a clique of girls wherein one girl gets pregnant accidentally, so 16 of the other ones decide we're going to create a pregnancy club, ends up to be a complete fabrication, largely complete fabrication, mostly fabrication, and it ends up being a really, really stupid movie. I couldn't stand it. It was, it has an enormous amount of disrespect for young people and their intelligence and their pragmatism, and it treats them as the stereotypes that adults really need children to be so they can maintain their dominance over them. And that's what this movie just demonstrates to me. My hunch is it was made by a bunch of people who aren't parents and who don't have kids who have aged and outsmarted them at any level. And I think that the movie is worse for it. It did not get my vote.
That didn't really happen. I thought that really happened, and I'm not joking.
Have you said the name of the movie yet?
Oh, yeah.
17 Girls.
Okay.
17 Girls.
It's a long off.
It is literally about 17 girls. Yeah.
And it's called.
I thought that was true for some reason. Wow.
Well, it's based on a true story, but it's not really, because the story, it was actually made in France, but it's not about a French school. It's about a French school and a bunch of rumors that started in Maine. It is, it is grossly exaggerated and not. When you started, we did a show on it, and it's not one I'm ever going to go back to. It's not a good film, and I think that is I'm not an island on that. The whole the community, I think largely when we watched it was like, oh yes, this movie is crap. Why are you talking about it again? Well, we hadn't seen it. We didn't know when we put it on the schedule. So that's where we are. 17 Girls. Bluck. Okay, so what are we going to do, y'all? What are we going to do? That's our whole list of movies we're never going to watch again, but we have seen just the once. Now, what comes next for next week? Who is next week?
I have so you looked that up. Well, I have a recommendation, and I think Pete, you're going to get behind this because it feels like you've had a similar week to me. In that I feel like I'm in a Rocky movie, and I'm in the corner, and life is just giving me body blows over and over again. And I'm like, what did I do to deserve this? I didn't ask to be in here. So what I ended up doing is going and finding specific scenes like that basically give me hope. So that's what I'm doing, as opposed to just I love this movie, telling me about a scene you go back to. I'm gonna say the Cap catches the hammer kind of moment. You know, I want to know what scenes that you go back to and always get the hairs on your arm to go up and give you that swell of hope. I want to know the moments.
There's so many of them, even from that on your left. Forget it. On your left. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because I found I was having a really rough night, and I was basically just jumping from movie to movie, just watching those scenes, not even watching the whole movie, just going back to that, just to get a little of that, that serotonin.
Yeah.
I don't want
totally
to
get
say
that.
heroes because I think that
No.
I like just scenes
probably
from
not.
movies that give you hope. I think can't we just
Moments
do it
of
like
hope?
that? That's great.
Yeah.
Do you know
I
what
like
it is for me? Because
What?
I'm not going to be on next
Yeah, you're
week.
not going to be on there. So go ahead.
When Kevin Costner swings he's all disappointed and he swings the van around and all of a sudden James Earl Jones is there and he goes,
"Oh,
Moonlight Doc Graham," and he goes, "You did see it." Every single time I see that, my hair stands up and I'm just like, I'm so overjoyed every time that happens.
Huh?
Moonlight
Okay.
Graham, Moonlight Doc Graham. Yeah, so I like that. Because the last two I can see in the list have been more negative based.
Yeah.
And so, do you like that, Pete? I say we go for it.
I do. I'm a fan, and it might be me. There's apparently a hole in the schedule for
Yeah.
next week. Mandy and Chrissy are in it, but we don't have a host too, so I don't know who's going to jump in yet for next week's show.
And Pete, we
we'll
can
figure
talk
it
about
out.
it if you want me to. I can take myself off of something and jump in there if you are swamped. We can talk about it off mic.
Let's talk about it offline.
Great.
That's a great list. I love it. I'm very excited about it, and I say we do it.
Are you?
For
I'll
Mandy and
type
Chrissy on your left. You're on
Yeah, there you go. Call it on your left, moments of
moments of hope.
Yeah. I tell you,
What was that?
even jumping
Moments?
in still works.
Yeah.
Like
Still
as
works.
I went into that scene, I'm like, all right, I'm getting to where the three of them are standing in there looking down at Thanos sitting on the rock. I'm like, okay, from here on.
Same thing with moments of music.
Yeah, actually-
I'm totally into Rocky right there. You know what I mean? Like I'm already there. Okay, enough of this because that might be a pick for next week.
That
So
might be another one.
this is fantastic. Thank you guys so much. Do you have anything to plug right this very second, Kyle?
Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society is back, baby! Season 4 is up and rolling. So we are about halfway through or so, and we're gonna, and it is, it should be an exciting one because there's something coming up that I don't think a lot of people are expecting. Episode 5 is gonna blow a lot of minds.
That's fine.
I know some secrets.
You do?
Okay. No, don't even.
Okay.
I know that hunky preacher, the hunky priest, doesn't come back.
Doesn't come back.
Doesn't come back. No, doesn't come back. Hey, Tommy, what do you got going on?
Nothing. Hi.
You do too, you liar.
I don't really.
Right.
I mean, I'm gonna
Hey,
have.
what's that smell?
Oh, well, sure. Pete and I are just about to I thought you were going to talk about it. We are coming slowly. Episode 6 for non-members just came out, and Pete and I are actually way ahead, and it's an amazing season left, and we are about to finish recording the last episode. So now's the time to go to whatsthatsmell.net, become a Panic Pal today.
Yes, do that. Also, on the main show, The Next Room, me and Andy, we are, you guys, we're speaking of toxic masculinity. Have you seen any of the Twilight movies? Oh my God.
So shiny.
We're in the middle of Twilight. Just today we recorded Eclipse, and it's so sparkly. I don't even know what to say. I'm going to say this. In all honesty, these movies were not made for me, and yet we are watching them. So go with it. Take that for whatever. We just finished the raid. That's what just went live. So that means our Twilight commentary begins next week.
I'm sorry.
That's. I'm just saying, so sparkly.
I'm gonna
Thank
marry
you,
that
everybody. But you can find all of gross. You can find everything at truestory.fm. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out, for listening to the show. Kyle Olson, you're the best.
That's me.
Tommy Metz, you're also the best. Oh, friendship wins. This has been Saturday Matinee.
Go do something nice for yourself.
You've been Zapmated.
Everybody has some words.